Café and Networking Podcast promotes successful business owners, business experts throughout the world. I'm Tom Reaoch, known as the King of Networking, connecting people from my unique communication lab in Brazil. And today we talk with Romana Hasenoehrl. She's joining us from Salzburg in Austria. Romana is a long-term traveler who travels 3 to 4 months per year, supporting people to be brave and just travel. She's already published 8 books and is working on her 9th. She's a certified laughter yoga trainer as one of her many credentials. She brings joy and understanding to people of just how amazing they truly are. So, Romana, how important is humor and laughter for a human being?
Laughter is essential for a human being. And as a laughter yoga trainer and astrologer, I can tell you from my experience that people who stop laughing because they are in crisis, they really get sick with the body, right? Physically sick.
Right.
Meaning that laughter is essential for the health of your soul and body. That's what most people don't get. Laughing frees hormones and like special body fluids you won't have without it. And imagine kids laugh up to 400 times per day.
400?
That's what 400 times, because they just start laughing about anything, you know, tiny kids. I mean,
right.
They think everything's funny. Whereas grown-ups, they turn their laughter down to 15 times per day. That's very, very sad. So what a laughter yoga trainer does then, teach people how to just start laughing, even if there's nothing funny at all. And that can carry you through deep crisis.
I agree, because I guess you see that. You travel a lot, obviously. And people traveling laugh.
Yeah.
They seem to laugh more than people who don't travel.
Because when you are traveling, right, a person who travels a lot is ready to be surprised. And surprise makes you laugh sometimes. You meet other people. And as an astrologer, I have some like types of people I see with one sight. You know, I say, oh, he's this type of person. And then, of course, you sit there and you laugh to yourself. You say, this one acts like this one acts like that. That's amazing.
And I agree with you, because unfortunately what we've seen even through the pandemic, even before, but more so during the pandemic, we say the lack of laughter leads to depression, and depression leads to illness. And many times, even in a working environment before the pandemic, if you're in a corporate environment and laughing, people would think you're not serious. And they would say, get serious, as if that were something you should do. And what you should do is just laugh back at them.
That's exactly the experience I had. I've been working for a broadcasting company for 17 years. And I heard that very often, be serious.
Be serious,
but,
right.
Yeah, because my laughing was well known in the company. And when the whole thing ended after 17 years, some colleague come up to me and ask, why are you still laughing? I mean, you just got fired. And I said, because that's what I'm not willing to give it to them.
Right.
The laughter will stay. And this is where I realized that laughing can carry you over deep crisis, can carry you across the water.
Not it can, it will, it does, if you accept it. And back to the point, if you could get over depression and release yourself and laugh. And you see that every day. It's just, with people, they sort of seem to be happy to be depressed, and that's not right.
It is. And many people come up to me and ask me how to do. Right? So my advice is, first of all, put the big fat smiley on your mirror. The moment you get up in the morning, you see that and you see your own face, which is like, whoa, and then you start laughing. And the next thing is catch up, find a laughter buddy. I have a laughter buddy since my training for laughter yoga trainer. So we call each other on Monday mornings and we just laugh 1 minute loud.
On the phone?
And then on the phone.
Okay.
And then we say good morning and have a nice day, and that was it. That's just 2 minutes of your day you give away. Everybody can do that.
I'm going to try that. We'll get over the hurdle where people think we're crazy, but I guess that will work, right?
It works. Most people think you are crazy. You pick up the phone, start laughing, but it works.
We're going to do that. I think next time on a podcast, we're going to just laugh for like 8 minutes and see how that goes. Huh?
Great idea.
Practice laughing. I think we need to do that because what you said, you're right. You know, if a child can laugh like 400 times, and we see that, and in a classroom situation, you want the kids to stop laughing.
Yeah, you're begging for them to stop.
And then they stop and they become adults. What's crazy?
Yeah, it's really about training. In laughter yoga training, right? You are in a group of people.
Right.
They stand together in a room and your instructor tells you how to laugh. Like make giggling laugh, or make serious laughter. You even can do serious laughter.
Well, you don't even have to tickle each other then, right? It's just verbal.
Good idea.
But how do you find that in traveling? Because you're an everywhere person, right? You just get out and, I see you've gone in your little van. You just get out of your van and start laughing in places.
Yes, sometimes I do. And as people, when I talk to people on campgrounds or wherever I am with my van, then of course I tell who I am. I'm an astrologer, I'm a laughter yoga trainer. And then many people even ask, hey, how does it work? Can we do part of your training? And then we do 5 minutes. And they love it. And realize then, oh my God, community it doesn't want that people laugh out loud.
And I know that, right?
Oh, let's break those rules.
I mentioned that before we came on air, that what attracted to me when I saw your information was exactly that, a humor and laughter expert. You don't find those people anywhere. Your keyword is happiness, Wow. People don't write about happiness. They're writing about problems and this and depression. But there is so much good stuff out there. There's so much to laugh about.
It is. And even though I'm a trained clown as well. So even clown training, it's a wonderful possibility to get back to your inner child, to get back to your happiness. Because it's somewhere in there, right? So during the pandemic, the first lockdown, I founded a Facebook group, Happiness Reloaded. And all we do there is talk about this inner child, which is somewhere in there.
Right, it just wants out.
It wants out. It's scared. It's frustrated because we don't listen to it anymore. And that's what I teach people. Sometimes when they're really in deep crisis, I say, what is your inner child saying right at the moment? And when they do meditation with me then, and the results are amazing because this inner child maybe just wants a cup of ice cream. And I say, give it to them because especially grown-up ladies, right? They're all like, I have to be slim, no chocolate, no ice cream, no what. And I say, oh, forget it, for God's sake.
I'm gonna share this with my wife because whenever I want ice cream, everybody tells me how much cholesterol and everything else and diabetes, and you can't have that. So I'm just gonna go out and get some ice cream after we're done. So and laugh. I think I'll do that.
Yeah.
Now, you said face page? Repeat that. What is this face page? Facebook page?
It's a Facebook group, Happiness Reloaded.
Happiness Reloaded. Okay.
Yes. And when I started it during the first lockdown, we had over 200 members within the first 2 weeks because people really needed it.
They still do.
And they still do. They're still in there. They share. Sometimes they just share jokes or funny stuff that happens to them. For example, me like going shopping on Saturday and realizing when I wanted to get out of the car that I've got my dress inside out. So I shared and then asked them, what would you do?
Start
and they
something
had wonderful
different.
ideas.
You start something different. Then you see everybody taking their dress off and inverting it. So that's how things work. Why not?
So that's what that group is all about. And then, of course, many people in that group, we got to know each other pretty well, right? Mm-hmm. So they sometimes I ask them, what do you want?
Right.
Just tell me what you want. And so that's how I came up with the writers' webinars now, because many of them said, you've written 8 books. I want to do that too. How do you do it?
Right. Laughing.
Yeah, laughing first and then writing. Just sit down and do it.
Very good. Well, Romana, where else can our listeners find you?
They can find me on my website, which is romanahasenoehrl.at. Mm-hmm. And they can find the links to the writers' webinars and to the Facebook page and everything which is important. So they will find that on the like homepage. And because the Romana Hasenoehrl AT is in German, of course, but right. The writers' webinars and the writers' podcast, they are both in English. And the Happiness Reloaded group is in English too. Okay. So I knew that I want to go international with that.
Very good. I want to thank you for being part today, okay?
Thank you.
And for our listeners, it's Romana, R-O-M-A-N-A. The last name is Hasenoehrl. Hasenoehrl. And again, it's the writers/workshops.mailchimpsites.com. You can also find her on LinkedIn besides Facebook. So thanks again for being part.
Thank you.
And Café Networking is brought to us by Focus Semi Market Intelligence, an agricultural market research specialist in Brazil. And more information at focusmi.com. Thanks for listening until the next time here at Café and Networking Podcast.